Hello, good day. This is a manual preparation towards election 2020 activities for NDC polling agents and trainers. My name is Machaite. Please consider the following activities in order to ensure credible election at every polling station across Ghana. Now, before voting starts, kindly consider the following. Presiding officer must completely set up the polling station and be sure that all necessary equipment and items are fully installed at the center before voting begins. After completion of the setup, all polling agents must stand around the presiding officer for him to make his checklist. Number 3. Presiding officer will then use his checklist to confirm every material that is supposed to be available before election begins. 2 BVD machines will be confirmed, and each machine must have a unique serial number. The presiding officer is supposed to present the BVD machine serial numbers to all officials on duty at the station. Number 4. The presiding officer will now take the statement of poll and fill section A and B. Officer will use the number of ballot papers received and the current valid register to fill the section A and B statement of poll. Section A will confirm the number of ballot papers received and their ranges. Section B will confirm the number of voters on the polling register, the number of proxy voter lists, absence voters list, and transfer voters list, serial number of BVD machine number 1, BVD machine number 2, and validating stamp number. So after confirming all voters list, then we will have the total voters registered to vote on that day at the polling center, and every polling agent will sign to confirm the checklist. Now, voting can start. To polling agents, number 1, agents must be positioned within the perimeter of the station in such a way to clearly observe all activities at the station. Number 2, agents must oversee conduct of the poll at polling stations, from the installation of empty ballot boxes through the day as voters cast their ballots until ballot boxes are sealed and collected for counting. Number 3, polling agents will sign and confirm counted results after elections. At the polling center, we have 4 tables. Kindly consider the following functions of each table. At table 1, we have the voters register, which includes the proxy list, absentee list, transfer list, name reference list, and the polling station register. Table 1 will confirm voter's name in the register. Table 2 is for verification of the barcode in the register for the voter. After the verification, voters will be required to place their hands on the BVD machines for biometric verification, then move to table 3. At table 3, voters will have their fingers stained and proceed to table 4. Table 4, voters will first be given a clean and stainless parliamentary ballot paper with a validation stamp at the back of the paper. Voter will now proceed to the voting booth and cast the parliamentary vote. Then move to the ballot box and vote. Voter will now go for the presidential ballot paper, which must also be clean and validated. Voter will then move back to the voting booth to cast the presidential vote and proceed to put it into the presidential ballot box. Now, voter may leave the center and return after 5 p.m. to witness sorting and counting. Now, after voting before counting commences, filling of statement of poll, section C. Number 1. In this section, we will find the number of ballots issued to voters on the polling station register. Number 2. Number of ballots issued to proxy voters on proxy voters register. Number 3. Total number of spoiled ballots. Number 4. Total number of unused ballots. Number 5. Sum up number must equal section A of the statement of poll. Number 6. The total number of the people verified to vote and the number of persons verified manually. Now, filling of statement of poll, section D. Rejected ballot report to be filled at the end of the poll after counting. 1. What is the total number of rejected ballots? Now, let's go on sorting and counting. Number 1. Sorting of ballots for each candidate. Number 2. Counting number of votes for each candidate. Number 3. Announcement of result. Number 4. Filling of statement of poll, section D, E, F, declaration. Number 5. Agent's signature. Now, let's discuss about proxy voters. Every proxy voter will vote 2 times. What is proxy voting? Proxy voting is a form of voting whereby a voter may delegate his or her voting power to a representative to enable a vote in his or her absence. Absent voter must apply at the EC office 42 days before election on his or her absence during forthcoming elections and present a proxy voter. Proxy voter will then be given a proxy voter note and have his or her name registered in the proxy voters list for proxy voting on election day before giving the authority to vote on behalf of the absent voter.